how to calibrate your field in the Session Explorer view for this 3D model. So go to Team and then click on Session Explorer. Your home field, when you get your sensors, should already be calibrated for you. Titan tries to go ahead and get your game field already done for you. But if you have a practice field, or if you do sprints on another field, or for all away games, you're going to need to know how to calibrate that field. I'm going to go ahead and click out of these. So by clicking that little X at the top, I'm going to close out any charts. I'm also going to make a little space by grabbing here and pulling down on this slider. Click Add Chart, and then you've got a couple different chart options. The player compares the same as the team stats page, the 3D view you just saw. The satellite view is a good option for some of those old school Titan users. This is that old school Session Explorer view, but it's also good if you have if you use it for track right now. And then Calibrate Field. We're going to click on Calibrate Field, and then in the bottom right hand corner of any of our charts, you can click and hold the drag or the grabber, and it'll let you resize it. If you need any help on any of this, you can click Calibration Help, and it's got a step-by-step menu. But we're going to go through it here as well for you. In a separate tab, go to Google Maps and search for the stadium you're trying to calibrate for. If the stadium itself doesn't have a location, you can go to the high school and do this anyway of wherever you're playing. But if you right click on the stadium, the coordinates are right here. So clicking on that coordinates will copy it to your clipboard. And then if you go back to your team stats or your landing page for Session Explorer, go down here to settings and then zoom to latitude, longitude. I'm going to paste those here and click go. And it's going to take me exactly to where I just copied. All right, now it won't have any of these. It'll look just like this because my field was already calibrated. But once you get to the field you're trying to calibrate, click somewhere in the middle. All right. From there, this little grabber over here on the corner with the arrows on the side of the field will allow you, if you click and hold it, it'll allow you to rotate the field into place. And from here, it's just trial and error. You really want to take your time and zoom in. All right, so I suggest using a mouse on this. It makes your life a little bit easier. Once you get it at the approximate angle, you can use the arrows on your keyboard to kind of bump it or nudge it into place. All right, and it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to, as long as you're pretty close, it's going to show up and give you a really nice picture. All right, so that's pretty close here. So I'm going to come down to this side and click the green arrow, and my field's calibrated. If I need to redo it, or if you want to retry, you can click the X again, and then just click anywhere on the field and it'll add another view. Now, when I add a chart and I add 3D view, I can close out of this. Now when I add this 3D view in, it's going to be my field here. Okay. Now, one thing to note in the calibrate view, so I'll open that back up. One thing to note in calibrate field is that you make sure that your visitor and home side is correct. So this will say home and one side will say visitor. Make sure you get those right so that way your logo will pop up and will be correct. But from there, your field is calibrated. And now you can use any of the Session Explorer tools as usual, and it'll display on your 3D field. From here, you can click, hold, and then move it around to kind of alter the view. You can use the roller on your mouse as well. You can use the arrows on your keypad, but you can adjust this field to give you the best view that you want.